Okay, this video is about an invention my brother came up with. He told me about it. It's all his ideas, my work to make it work on this machine, but here it is. I hope, here's what he came up with. Watch this. Is that slick or what? What makes it works is down here. I grab a hold of it. Now this is a little mini tennis ball. They're about the size of a golf ball. Do it over again. I probably would use a golf ball. Steal one from my brother or neighbor or something. But it works good. Okay, the key components is this 1/8 inch braided cable. I don't know how many feet I got here. Probably, 10. They're about 70 cents a foot at Tractor Supply. Things you're gonna need over here. I use these small eye bolts, about 6 of those for the chute itself, and some of these others for transitions. By transitions, I mean like here, and there's one on the other side, of course, there. And then I had to drill 2 holes to add eye bolts. On my machine here, put an eye bolt here, and you can see the connections. There's one from the other side, and here's the other cable from the near side. Then over here, I added a eye bolt here. Kind of want this one the same level as these 4, this one, and this one. So they're on the same plane. Gonna make it work easier. So that's one key. Then okay, let's go. Let's see what else. All right, you got to take the chute off. Well, wait a minute. You got to take the old crank off, which wasn't much. Couple screws here, one down here. So I saved the crank, but that's easy. Just assemble. Just 1, 2, 3 screws. Got that off. Once you got that off, take the 6 screws that hold the chute on. Take those out. File off the bottom of the chute. And once you got that off, I use some steel wool to polish the other bottom of the chute. What you want is this thing to move freely by itself. Now, I use all stainless steel parts. For me, that's the only way to fly. And then once I got everything cleaned up, I filed the bottom of this, and the bottom of the bottom piece I hit with some steel wool. Then I greased it. I mean, I put a ton of grease on there, and that helped. The grease really helped. So I'm turning this by hand. So that's the secret, really, is add these eye bolts, and you need something up here. Now my brother had his here. That's where he had his, like this. That's why I tried that first, and I didn't like it in front. Too far to reach over. So that's one improvement I made. I put the control, whatever you want to use for a handle, in the back. He had it here. So he was moving back and forth down here. But that's what he had to do for his machine. He had a light up here, da-da-da-da-da. So anyway, I moved. Use what you want. I mean, chunk of wood, anything. I just happened to use this tennis ball, but thinking about it again, I think a golf ball would be great. Now this is one solid piece. These two cable clamps hold the ball in place. So I think a golf ball would work great myself. Basically that it. I don't have, well, I had the cable. In fact, here's the, you can see I already had the cable. I will say this thing, very hard to cut. Here's a, I think it's a fence tool that's got a, for cutting fence wire. Would not cut this frayed cable. Braided cable. Would not cut it. I ended up using my air grinder, and of course you could always use chisel, hammer, and an anvil and cut this cable, but it is very, very hard to cut. So I think you're going to need, well, you can kind of measure it up. 15 feet. If you got extra, so what? A little bit you're going to have invested. I probably got, since I already had the cable, I think I got 15 bucks in eye bolts. And oh, here's one thing. This here is a nylon nut. So it's a lock nut. Use those. And then with each eye bolt comes with a nut on it. So run your nut all the way back, put it through your drilled hole, and then put this on here on the inside where it's hard to reach. And then you got all this adjustment, all this threads to adjust in and out for how you want to help with the leverage. Here's some long ones you can see, but these here is what I use mainly. They're just inch of thread, and so that's it. Put washers on each side of the eye bolts. Use washers for everything. Plastic parts, you tighten them down and the nuts are going to go right into the plastic, so use washers. These nylon nuts, most acorn nuts are nylon. Use those, and use as much stainless steel as you can afford. That'll pay for itself in the long run. So, like I say, this is my brother's invention. Wayne, he's a welder at Ford Motor Company for 30 years. I was a tool and die maker for 40 years at Ford's. Last of it CNC. So, again, it's hard to hold this camera, but we'll try it again. That's it. Slicker and snot on the doorknob. So give it a try. This machine's about 15 years old. I think it'll be worth their time. It's simple. Need a drill. Whoops. I think my wife just got home. Drill the car door. There's my sport track. Adrenaline. Okay, enough of that. Yeah, she's coming in. I love that little sport track. That's cool. Check out the bumper. The bumper I got on there. Well worth it. Okay, back to the machine. She went in the side door. Okay, that's it. Again, this is my brother's idea. Pretty smart cookie as far as fabricating stuff out of nothing. And the cable is about 80 cents a foot or 70 cents a foot. Gonna need, say, 15 feet, maybe 10. Kind of measures you out, and use, like I said, stainless steel for everything that you can afford. And all you need is one on either side here to start you off. And here, now you'll notice one on here, when this pulls, it makes it go the opposite direction. See, I just pulled it by hand. I'm going to push it back again. See, push it by, I'm going to pull it by hand, and you'll see how that works? Hit that slick. Simple as that. You're pulling that cable, pulls it over to the other side. I'll walk over to the other side and show you the other one. Same thing. Move the chute back. And that cable comes from here through this eye bolt. You just pull on it. And okay, that's gotta be this one, damn it. Like that. Okay, so as I pull on this, it brings the chute to the other side. Try it again. Here, pull on it. So that's how it works. Just a simple 1/8 braided cable. So try it. It's cheap. It's better than that hand crank. I love it. My brother came up with this great idea, and I like the golf ball idea for a handle. Excuse me. Anyway, give it a try. It's simple and cheap to make. Gets rid of that darn hand crank. I hated that thing. So, my brother's idea, I just modified it a little bit on my machine. So, good luck. I hope you enjoy the video and learn a little bit. Okay, thank you. My nickname's Grumpy in Michigan, I think. So, from Michigan, I hope you alter your snowblower to come out as well as mine, and good luck. All right, take care. Thanks. Bye.